that's what you've got to do. You've got to thank him in advance. That's the way. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Grenada, it's 28 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock on this good-looking Wednesday morning. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Hope you had a great night's rest and that you're up and ready to face the challenges of this brand new day. Saying good morning to some wonderful children this morning. Good morning, Zia, Tariq, and Zanaya. Good morning to your mom. Good morning, good morning. Hope you all are doing fine. Yulin Alexander is watching. Keep on watching, Yulin. You are one of my ardent listeners, viewers. I hope you're doing well. What's the weather like on your end, girl? It's Wednesday. It's the 24th day of April. Wow, April is already gone, man. Whole lot of things happening. The carnival season is around the corner. The revelers are preparing themselves. Good morning to you, Mr. Cecil Noel, the CEO of the Spice Mass Corporation. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I hope you're doing fine. It's time for the Hills and Valley Health Tip this morning. And this morning, yesterday we looked at fighting body odor. On Monday we looked at nutrition. We said what good food hygiene was, and we looked at 6 ways to deal with your body odor. This morning we continue with mental health hygiene. Mental health hygiene. All right, it says here, number 1. Create a mental fitness plan which includes the following practices. A. Eat nutrient-rich food and drink clean water. Practice mindfulness. Express your feelings and emotions. A lot of times you hold them inside and it creates problem. It has been proven that they are carcinogens, yeah? Yeah, these things are them that create cancer. Say what you gotta say. Give you bad energy on the inside. Carcinogenic. Yeah. Practice mindfulness. Express your feelings and emotions. Get enough sleep. Set personal and professional goals. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Engage in positive self-talk. A lot of times we don't do that. I remembered many years ago, I think, where was I? Somewhere outside of the island. And I was in this workshop and the presenter was saying, talk to yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself on a daily basis and say, hey, you're a good guy. You're a nice guy. Say positive things to you. Don't wait for people. You understand? Don't wait for people to tell you that you're a good person. Tell yourself that. Yeah? Engage in positive self-talk. Practice gratitude. It's important. Yeah, be thankful. Be gracious. And also contribute to the community and do things you enjoy. These are some healthy mental health practices. So let me repeat them. All right, you need to create a mental fitness plan which includes the following practices. A. Eat nutrient-rich food and drink clean water. B. Practice mindfulness. C. Express your feelings and emotions. D. Get enough sleep. How much is enough sleep? At least 6 hours a day, based on your age, right? E. Set personal and professional goals. F. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Get rest, exercise, socialize, ensure that you sweat, laughter, these sort of things. Be benevolent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good. Right. Engage in positive self-talk. Practice gratitude. And contribute to the community and do things you enjoy. Well, for me, I enjoy playing all fours. I enjoy watching cricket. I enjoy knocking a glass now and then. I enjoy old talking. Sit with the guys and just old talk. As my grandmother would say, give fandang. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Yep. Contribute to the community. Do some things in the community. Team up with other members of your community. And that is something that is sort of lacking nowadays. The smartphones and the gadgets have taken that away from us. You don't even find, years gone by, you'd find ladies standing up in one another's gap and talking for hours, boy. I remember my grandmother and Miss Willis would talk, Miss Joshi, and them would stand up and talk for hours. And we as the young ones, we get into play around them, hiding behind fence in the yard and flower trees and things like that. That is no more. No more. How many of the young children nowadays know how to play what we call coop, hide and seek, and building ghetto and stuff? They don't do that anymore, man. They do these things on the gadgets. They're missing out so much, yeah? Those are some of the memories that I cherish most, My brother from another mother, Andrew Buba Nightnurse Williams. Good morning, bro. We grew up as brothers, I would go up and help him sweep out the yard under the Beffy mango tree and look for the Beffy mango and go and pick some grapefruit in the land there. And, children don't do that anymore. Any chance the children get nowadays, they make children. I don't know, man. What a world. Auntie Elsa, good morning to you. How you doing? Yeah, good morning. Guys, I know nothing about going in the river. I, as a youngster, I was asthmatic. So my grandmother would say, don't go to the river and play. Don't go in the river. But as she goes to Grenville on a Saturday morning, myself and Snake and I and Cyrus and Kotai and the Sukrams, we gone in the river for the whole day. When I come out there, I seen smoke. And I was brave, yeah? I know I'm getting blows when I reach home, so I'm breaking a good whip and go home with it. Oh my goodness, those days, we would roast the breadfruit under the big mango tree at the top of the Pulse Airport. If you happen to be passing around there, you look inside that mango tree, you'd see the whole inside of it is burnt out, but the mango tree is still alive. That's from roasting breadfruit and cooking and, playing football at the top of the Pulse Airport, waiting for when the last flight leaves on evenings to go behind it to get a breeze. And oh my goodness, those were days, man. I'm chilling nowadays. Man, you don't know what you're missing. Nonetheless, let me not reminisce too much because sometimes it makes me sad. Let's get with the program. It's time to get with the program this morning. Reggie Charles did a song about old time days, and that song is I'll look for it and give it a play this morning, really. All right, 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning to all the bus drivers of the nation. Good morning. What up? And your driver on HD 390. Good morning. H7418. Good morning also. 7418, 7489 rather. Right, good morning. All the buses, on the various routes. Good morning, Zai and Marcus and all the guys. Ram, KB, good morning to you. Red Hot, good morning. Yeah, be careful on the nation's roads. Those of you coming down on the western side, Xander and Faj and all the guys, good morning. Brother and Boyo and everybody. All right, the word of the day today, it is an action word, it is a doing word, it is a verb. That word is bujon. Bujon. B-U-R-G-E-O-N. B-U-R-G-E-O-N. Bujon. Now, to bujon is to grow or develop quickly. In other words, to flourish, blossom, or sprout. Yeah, bujon. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The trout population in the stream has burgeoned since the town implemented its laws against overfishing. Yeah, it flourished, Yeah, nice. Good morning, Debbie and family. Kitty Cat and family. As a matter of fact, good morning to the Marquins inside of Pedmota. Today you're laying your brother to rest. I do hope that you find strength in one another. Losing a loved one is never an easy thing, but my deepest condolences to you. Stay strong. gain strength from each other. It's okay to cry. It's okay to mourn. It's a process. Go through the process. All the best today, man. Truckman, good morning. Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. The folks on John Dick Hill. Laura Land, good morning. The family of Turkey. Condolences to you. I get, sometimes I get peeved by that. Ever so often you look at the obituaries and there I am seeing people, some are friends, some are acquaintances, some are people that I know dearly. Turkey gone. Could you imagine that? Be strong, right? The family of Turkey. All the NNPites, good morning. All the NDCites, good morning. When there is death, there are no party lines, okay? Yeah, good morning to the Honorable Peter David, the Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell. Good morning to all the why did I say that? Why did I call the name in that order? Everybody talking about the convention coming up and so forth. We got some conversation. There's some exciting times ahead. Nonetheless, folks, it's time for me to say good morning to Nadisha because this is her favorite part of the program, the thought of the day. And while at it, saying good morning to the Holmes and Papa Jerry and all the folks inside of Cafe Louis and everybody, the Sandersons and so forth in, the surrounding areas. Good morning, Croshoe, Mount Agnes, good morning, Red Bull, and all the wonderful folks. The mechanic guy going up Mount Agnes, good morning, Pro, how you doing? Hope you all are doing fine. Esther and family, the guys on the Sea Wet. Yeah, morning. The thought of the day today: positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. Positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. Be positive. That's all it's saying. Be positive. Yeah, also want to say good morning to a wonderful little one who is, part and parcel of our team, man. She is always locked on, and she, I ain't saying, he ain't calling me out, yeah. So I'm saying, let me see if I get the name right. Right, let me see, I have that name. I want to say good morning to her. Right, let me see. Okay. I can't get the name, Oh, Ariel. Good morning, Ariel. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing fine. Yep, have a great day at school today. Nice. Okay, quickly, what's buzzing this morning? Of course, by now you know the King of the Grill is on Saturday, the 4th of May at Progress Park in St. Andrew. It's going to be a day of fun, food, and entertainment. You'll also have the opportunity to win up to $5,000 in cash and prizes. All right, so coming out, Lion Pie is going to be there along with a host of other artists. So be there. Now, Baycall policy holders are said to be owed more than 800 million EC dollars. All right, and that is being dealt with. They've got a court matter coming up in front of the CCJ. In the region, the UN warns that Haiti's situation is catastrophic and growing worse. The highest level of rainstorm warning issued in South China's Guangdong. And in sports, para-athlete Tyler Smith to compete in Morocco Grand Prix. Those are the buzzing stories, folks. We've got to go. It's time for the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Let me see what's happening here. Okay, Yulin is there. Who else is there? Something seems to be amiss with my Facebook page this morning. I'm not seeing my... Oh, there it goes. All right, quickly, Yulin is there. Sylvina Charles, good morning. Michelle Bernard, good morning. Cicely Blackman, hey, Cicely, how you doing? Okay, all right, I'm doing good, Gordon, thanks for asking. The weather is very nice today, so says Yulin. Jennifer Lawrence says good morning. Catherine Phillip, good morning. Sylvina Charles, nice, okay. Cool. You didn't remember in those days. So Dominic Richardson says, good morning, Grenada from St. Martin. Good morning, Valerie Farry. How did you do? Tell Kashi I say good morning. I'm not calling her name on the radio, but good morning. Judith Wadley de Gale, top of the morning. Mr. Gordon, stay blessed, I will. Anne Salandi says, good morning to everyone. Daphne Leah, good morning, beautiful people. Stay strong. Blessings. Folks, we've got to take that break. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Stay with us.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you run, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Thanks for joining us. The Director of Public Prosecutions has concluded that the injuries which caused the death of Odinga Thomas, a 46-year-old shopkeeper of Beauséjour St. George, were inflicted in self-defense. This decision is based on the evidence gathered by police investigations into the incident, which led to his death on Saturday at Beauséjour St. George and involved another male. Evidence revealed that Thomas confronted the other party with two cutlasses in his possession, resulting in both parties sustaining injuries. Thomas succumbed to his injuries on the same night at the General Hospital. As a result of the DPP's conclusion of self-defense, no charges will be preferred against the other party involved. The authority to determine under what circumstances criminal charges may be brought resides with the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Now, Grenada's economy continues to see robust economic growth despite the unrest in some parts of the world. That's according to the Fiscal Responsibility Oversight Committee report, which has projected continued growth in 2024. The report indicated that tourism continues to be the driving force of the Grenadian economy. More details in this report.
One, Grenada's economy expanded further in 2023, driven primarily by activity in the tourism sector as well as the construction sector. Two, the rate of inflation declined moderately, consistent with global trends. Three, labor market conditions improved as the economy continued to rebound, with jobs being added in tourism and other ancillary sectors. And four, the domestic banking sector remained stable with high levels of liquidity and relatively low non-performing loans.
The 2023 Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee's annual report on the performance of the economy during 2023 and the medium-term economic outlook was presented by Leon Bullin, economist at the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, during a special press briefing this morning.
The Grenadian economy continued to do well. It had pretty robust economic growth. It was also successful in attracting FDI as it pursued its broader development objectives. And this was also reinforced by increased levels of public sector investments. So on the back of an expanding global economy, in 2023, growth is estimated at 5.5%, following growth of 7.3% in the prior year. And this outturn was shaped by the ongoing robust recovery in the tourism industry, as I mentioned earlier, proxied by the hotel and restaurants, which grew by 15.6%. Construction rose by 12.6%, and transport, storage, and communications by 5.2%. We also saw some positive contribution from education of 3.8%.
It noted, however, that there was some contraction in the agriculture sector of 6%, attributed to adverse weather conditions. He provided context for tourism remaining the driving force of the economy.
Tourism continues to be the key driver of growth in the economy, and this continued to expand in 2023, consistent with the global recovery in the demand for leisure services. Accordingly, total visitor arrivals increased by some 50.7% to 504,403 visitors, relative to 334,799 visitors in the prior year. Importantly here, all the major categories of travelers recorded strong growth, led by cruise passengers, which grew by 64.5%, stayover visitors 33.7%, and yacht passengers 31.1%.
So just what does Grenada's economic future look like?
Economy is projected, we may have been speaking about this, but it is projected to continue to expand in 2024, contingent on greater tourism activity and increased public and private sector construction projects. There are a number of hotel projects underway. There are major public sector projects. The Molyneux Landslip project, another G Cruise project, and other projects are underway that should add significantly to the economy. However, it is important to note that there are important risks to the global economy, which could severely impact or negatively impact Grenada's growth trajectory.
Christina John, GBN News.
In a move to revitalize Grenada's creative landscape and empower its young population, the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs unveiled a series of initiatives aimed at nurturing the talents and ambitions of budding creatives across the nation. Nisha Peters reports.
The Office of Creative Affairs, an integral division of the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, is entrusted with the task of fostering an environment conducive to the growth of Grenada's cultural and creative industries. Janelle Lewis, Project Officer in the Office of Creative Affairs, provided details on the forthcoming strategies during an interview on GBN's Good Morning Grenada.
We are looking for Grenadian creatives who are interested in nurturing the future of Grenadian creative talent. So we're going to do a few tours in schools. We also want to do a mentorship program, but we want to make them, tell them about your journey, because some of them started late, later in life. They were doing something else. And we always like to use the example of Sonics. Sonics taught. Sonics worked in the bank. Sonics was doing everything else before he dropped it and said, you know what? I want to pursue this. I want to make a living out of this. I want this to be my livelihood.
Lewis underscored the office's steadfast dedication to paving the way for young individuals to embark on rewarding careers within the creative realm. She emphasized the imperative of reaching out to Grenadian creatives who are eager to impart their wisdom and experiences to inspire the upcoming generation.
The creative sector is so broad. It is so broad. It's not just your performers, but even when you think about creative writing and storytelling, that kind of falls into communication, advertising, marketing. These things, these are creative industries. You can't just say, okay, yes, I'm a great storyteller. Yes, I write, but I don't really think I want to do that. You can use your talent in writing to do something else. So the call for the creatives is all about people who are passionate and want to nurture that next generation. Accompany us on our school tours, sign up for the mentorship program, in which, there may be some of them, they need a little help. They might have this talent, but you could show them some tricks and some trades, tricks of the trade. Let them know, well, these courses are available, this is available, that there is a pathway for it.
She further details some of the forthcoming initiatives to be launched.
So we listen, and we're actually planning a workshop. So it's a business development workshop specifically catered for creatives, also specifically catered for all these inquiries that came in and they probably got overwhelmed and didn't come back.
The much anticipated school tour, set to commence in the upcoming week, will traverse various educational institutions across Grenada. Through captivating presentations, students will be exposed to the myriad career pathways within the creative industry, spanning from visual arts to music and beyond. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Other news, Grenada is known for its rich tapestry of British, African, West Indian and French influences. Grenada also boasts a cultural heritage that permeates every aspect of its society, from folklore and dialect to food and music. At the forefront of efforts to preserve and promote this cultural identity is the Grenada Cultural Foundation, which has a mandate to stimulate, develop and showcase the artistic capabilities and expressions of the Grenadian people. Nisha Peters has another report.
Livingston Nelson, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Cultural Foundation, has been vocal about the need for heightened efforts to promote Grenada's cultural heritage. Nelson contends that despite the diverse and vibrant cultural landscape of Grenada, there remains a lack of adequate attention and support for its cultural endeavors.
It rests with us to bring to the authority the need to put culture more in focus through the schools, work with community groups, put more monies and resources into ensuring that the Grenadian culture has its day. So in Carnival, through all the parades, etc., through the various festivals, we should be seeing more visibility.
Nelson underscored the importance of fostering partnerships to elevate Grenada's cultural profile, both locally and internationally.
The media houses must know that when we promote Grenadian culture, we're actually promoting a new thinking that would delve into our creativity, but would make us know that we are more united. We have things that unite us. We have more things that unite us than things that divide us. And it's only through the culture. Yeah. Our whole economic development depends on how I see you. I would only trade with you. I would only go into a business with you if I see you as a worthy partner.
Noting misconceptions surrounding one of Grenada's most iconic cultural traditions, Nelson sought to clarify misunderstandings about the jab jabber.
The jab is one of the act that we have, one of the characterization that we have that talks about the total protest against the system. Everything about the jab is about condemning the system. Now, who were the so-called moralists in our society before? The church. When the jab spell, what book they use? The Bible. Because you were wanting to moralize me, but you are the one that sodomized our children. You are the one that raped our women. You are the one that have us enslaved. Yet you're preaching to me morality. So exactly what you're saying to me, I'm pushing that in your face. And these are the portrayal of jab.
Through its various initiatives and programs, the Grenada Cultural Foundation continues to champion the preservation and promotion of Grenada's cultural identity.
We embark on a project where we have, of course, TIMBA, Traditional Individual Mass Band Association, and in collaboration with CIDO, we want to do a parade of traditional mass bands from Paul's Airstrip to Grenville on what we typically call Rainbow City Monday. Now, one of the reasons why we want to do that is to portray our traditional mass band in the purest form possible. So there would be no amplification, no amplified music. So the Chapney, Indira, the Vekor, Maple, Tutbagai, we want all of these various traditional mass band to register and be part of the Timba and Sedu initiative to ensure that we have a good display.
The Grenada Cultural Foundation serves as a beacon of cultural pride and resilience, ensuring that the essence of Grenadian identity remains vibrant both home and abroad. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Rebecca Television Center, the Catholic Church in Grenada finds itself embroiled in a tumultuous situation as tensions escalate between Bishop Clyde Harvey and Father Gerard Paul, raising questions about the possibility of reconciliation within the clergy. Nisha Peters has been following the story.
The The rift between Bishop Harvey and Father Paul surfaced amidst Father Paul's vocal critic from the pulpit against the bishop and the hierarchy of the church. On Monday's Beyond the Headlines program, Pastor Stanford Simon, a prominent figure in the local religious community, expressed concern over the public nature of the dispute and called for an amicable resolution of the conflict.
What is playing out now, this has become a bigger issue, right? So if you go back to the beginning, is there these things was underneath and there, and they now come out in the open because of the situation? There need to be that dialogue and discussion that need to be had within the context of the leadership. But I believe very clearly that the respect to your leadership and to the structure and what is there should be followed.
He stressed the importance of reconciliation and offered prayers for the Catholic Church, expressing hope for reconciliation and healing.
We as pastors and leaders, as priests, need to be able to show that respect for others to follow. It's difficult and challenging, I know, for many of the Catholics who are facing this. I'm sure for Bishop Harvey and for Father Paul to deal with the issue. We will continue to pray for you and to seek God's leadership and guidance and wisdom. We do hope in the midst of it there would be forgiveness, reconciliation, and at the same time, let us realize that the basis of all that we do is to love your neighbor as yourself.
However, Father Paul remains resolute in his quest to remove Bishop Harvey from his position. Undeterred by past suspensions, Father Paul is adamant about addressing what he perceives as issues within the Catholic hierarchy.
It sometimes takes a while for two sides to come together, and as I said, I am prepared to speak anytime. The bishop has not been speaking to me ever since the event. 2 weeks or so afterwards, I was just suspended. There was no talk at all, and then with another suspension. You understand? I'm prepared to talk anytime. But at the same time, the struggle goes on. Right? So I have begun the campaign to unseat the bishop, and it will continue.
The contention between the two clergymen has attracted public attention in recent weeks, with Father Paul openly criticizing the church, accusing the bishop of poor leadership since he assumed the post 7 years ago, actions which earned him suspension from the church. Bishop Harvey has reached the mandatory retirement age but has been given a 2-year extension by Rome while the search continues for a successor. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
In a legal landscape where the criminal bar shoulders the bulk of matters before the court, senior members are rallying for the return of Justice Sean Innocent, whose absence from duty at the St. George's No. 2 High Court has sparked a wave of concern and calls for clarity. The rest of the details in this report.
Attorneys Jerry Edwin and Anselm Clouden stand among the selected few senior members of the criminal bar with ongoing cases before Justice Innocent. Their concern stems from the lack of explanation surrounding the judge's recent absence. Justice Innocent assumed duties on the criminal bench in January, marking a pivotal moment in the court's operations after Justice Paula Guilford served as the sole criminal judge for nearly 10 months following the resignation of Justice Victoria Charles Clark in March 2023. Speaking on behalf of his clients and the legal community, Attorney Anselm Clouden expressed his frustration.
On Friday, I had a bail application before it. Without any good and sufficient reason, we were not told why Mr. Justice Innocent was absent from court. Today, we had matters before him, and again, we were not told why Mr. Justice Innocent was absent from court. No discussions were held, no indication as to what is transpired, and therefore, we are left to speculate.
The absence of a clear explanation for Justice Innocent's non-appearance has prompted senior attorneys to call upon the Chief Justice for answers.
Calling on the Chief Justice and those responsible for the due administration of justice to come forward and let us know if we are reverting to a situation ante where there will be only one criminal judge in the country handling a backlog of over 200 odd cases.
Attorney Jerry Edwin also chimed in, sharing his views on the judge's unexplained absence.
We seem here in Grenada to be the stepchild of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court. This is untenable anywhere else in the world. Judges would be, a chief judge especially, would be scrambling either to explain, replace, but certainly to ensure that the wheels of justice move.
Beyond seeking clarification, senior attorneys are advocating for the immediate reinstatement of Justice Innocent to address the mounting backlog of cases in the High Court. The absence of a key judicial figure like Justice Innocent exacerbates an already strained judicial system, delaying justice and prolonging the resolution of critical legal matters.
Well, here in Grenada, we have a reputation for raising our voices, and today is no exception. The situation has gone off the rails, and we are calling on the authorities in St. Lucia to right the ship of justice in Grenada, because the status quo is completely unacceptable. Return Justice Innocent to the bench immediately.
I concur with my learned friend in that regard.
He has much work in front of him. The judge has been writing decisions. Just last week, I got 4.
The current situation has left both attorneys and defendants in limbo, awaiting resolution and clarity on their cases. Reporting for GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Meanwhile, the Raheem Kelshaw murder trial, which was scheduled to commence at the St. George's No. 2 High Court on Monday, is among outstanding matters affected by Justice Sean Innocent's unexpected absence. More in this report.
The Raheem Kelshaw murder trial, scheduled to commence at the St. George's No. 2 High Court on Monday, has been thrown into uncertainty due to the unexpected absence of Justice Sean Innocent. Raheem Kelshaw stands accused of non-capital murder and robbery with violence in connection with the 2018 shooting death of Garfield Matthew from Belmont St. George. Despite the gravity of the charges and the passage of almost 6 years since the incident, Kelshaw remains in legal limbo as the trial faces yet another setback.
When counsel and the client is prepared for trial, for sentencing, for bail application, it is not that it affects the lawyers. It affects the administration of justice, because you've heard the phrase, when it's denied, it's because it's delayed. And here we have delay after delay after delay. Worse, no explanation to the Grenada bar. No explanation to the lawyers. And we want to be strong in our united voice, Mr. Clouden, to say this is unacceptable.
Attorney Jerry Edwin, representing Kelshaw, expressed his readiness to proceed with the trial on Monday, only to be met with disappointment as news of the indefinite postponement reached him. At a joint press conference held in St. George's alongside his colleague Anselm Clouden, Attorney Edwin voiced his concerns over the delay.
My client has been on the remand block of the Richmond Hill prison for the last 5.5 years without knowing what will transpire in his life. The reason we are having a trial is because this man is forceful about his innocence. There is a principle in the law called delay. And when delay reaches an unbearable point, in our business it is described as inordinate delay. Well, I want to tell you, this is beyond inordinate delay. The Chief Justice owes the defendants in Grenada who are entitled to a trial before Justice Innocent. The Chief Justice owes an explanation.
The defense attorney disclosed plans to file a bail application on behalf of his client, who has languished on the remand block at the Richmond Hill prison since his arrest in 2018.
In the circumstances, it is only proper that my client be placed on bail. There are conditions which the court can put in place to ensure he presents himself when the trial commences. There is no issue with respect to risk that this young man will not show up for his trial. But those issues I will take up before Justice Guilford, who has indicated that she will hear the bail application.
With Justice Sean Innocent's absence casting a shadow over the court proceedings, the attorney is keen to see urgent resolution and clarity on the delay, which has caused the wheels of justice to turn at a very slow pace. Reporting for GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
All right, this evening's GBN ISAW takes you to farmlands in St. Patrick. Stay with us.
Tonight's pick in our GBN ISAW comes from a farmer in St. Patrick. This huge soursop featured weighs a whopping 11 pounds 2 ounces. Soursops usually grow up to 8 inches and can weigh up to 10 pounds. The fruits, which grow on trees, are large and oval-shaped. The green exterior, which has spikes on it, covers a white fibrous flesh. Soursop has many uses in traditional medicine, and it has been used to treat a wide range of health conditions and ailments. What do you use it for? Tell us when you send your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Mark your calendars, football fanatics. The GFA is turning 100 this year, and we're ready to celebrate. It's GFA's Legends Weekend, a 3-day extravaganza, kicking off on Friday, May 3rd, and running all the way till Sunday, May 5th. Witness history in the making. The Caribbean taking on the world in a clash of legendary international footballers on Sunday, May 5th at the electrifying Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Get ready to roar with the crowd as iconic legends like Emmanuel Adebayor, El Haj Diouf, Alex Song, Michael Essien, Luis El Matador Hernandez, Shaka Hislop, Asamoah Gyan, Ricardo Bibi Gardner, Russell Latapi, Shallery Joseph, Jason Roberts, Dexter Daps, and a whole host of superstars light up the pitch. From breathtaking goals to unforgettable memories, GFA's Legends Weekend promises an epic celebration of football you won't want to miss. Keep your eyes peeled on GFA's social media for the full squad reveal. GFA's Legend Weekend. Be there. On Saturday, May 4th, there will be a shift on the island as the biggest grilling fest in Grenada moves to the big parish. The Maggie King of the Grill competition is at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Come taste the most sumptuous creations from the grill as top chefs and food enthusiasts showcase their culinary skills. Maggie King of the Grill is a festival like no other with live soca music, fun attractions, and games for the entire family. Then from 6 p.m., get a chance to win up to $5,000 cash in bingo. Interested vendors and grillers should call 456-3454 to register. It's the Maggie King of the Grill competition at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Gates open from 12 noon. Bring your appetite and stay tuned to this station for more details.
It's the Maggie King of the Grill 2024. Powered by Maggie, the secret to great cooking. Rubis, the official fuel of King of the Grill. Hunt's, the official barbecue sauce of King of the Grill. Grenada Paper Products, Independence Agencies, agents for Swiss Products, Grenada Bottling Company, Clark's Coats Cameron Spiced Liqueur, Bryden and Miners, and Waggity Rentals.
All right, good morning, viewers and listeners. It's 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's The Conversation this morning. We've got a very busy morning. I've got three different guests with me this morning. Firstly, I have with me, he is a local son of the soil, a dental professional out there in Canada, and he's here doing, as he would tell you more, he's been doing this sort of pro bono work. I would call it pro bono, although it's a legal term, but he's been giving back to his country. I'm speaking of none other than Dr. Sheridan Cyrus. It's a pleasure to say good morning to you, Doc.
Good morning.
And welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
The pleasure is always mine. Firstly, I'd like to start, with the brief moments that we have. Give us a little background as to who you are, where you're from, and then we'll get into the meat of it.
Well, as I said, I'm Sheridan Cyrus, and I'm from Old Fort St. George's. Okay. Some of the boys at GBSS would know me because I taught there for a year before I left Grenada, and all my older brothers went to school at GBSS as well. And I went to Canada to study dentistry and ended up staying in Canada, so I have a practice in Toronto. So a lot of the Grenadians who live in Toronto know me or know of me or come to my practice to get their dental work done.
Right.
And they're very supportive of the work we do down here.
Okay, which leads me to this question. Now, it's only late yesterday I got this information that, you have this team from abroad that you come with. As a matter of fact, it was said that you started this since somewhere about 2018.
Yes, 2018. In 2018, we went to Guave and we saw all the primary school children in Guave. They bussed them in to see us. And then 2019, we went to the health center in St. David's. And then last year, we took a break during COVID, of course.
Yeah.
And last year, we went to Carriacou.
Okay.
Because our group is called Smiles GCP, Smiles, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
Okay.
So we're trying to make sure that we cover everybody.
Yeah. How my smile looks?
Great smile. Yeah. So this time we're here. We just did Sunday, Monday, Tuesday morning in St. Mark's. So we saw about 158 people up there in those days, and today we're starting the clinic in Montu Community Center near the playing field.
Okay. Right, Montu, take advantage of this. Okay, free of charge. What exactly the clinic entails?
Well, we check everybody's blood pressure and blood sugar when they come in. Well, mainly the adults. We check their blood pressure, blood sugar. The nurses give them advice if they find things aren't really correct. Try to get them to see a doctor if they haven't been seeing one, etc. And we also have 2 massage therapists with us that you can get massages from if you would like to have it done. And then we have dental hygienists to clean your teeth. And I am the only dentist in the group, but I also have a restorative hygienist with me. So the 2 of us do fillings, extractions. Well, I do extractions and the other guy helps me with fillings.
Okay, so what got you into starting this, this wonderful initiative, giving back to Grenada? What prompted you to do that?
Well, many years ago, there was a group who went to Jamaica from Toronto, and I traveled to Jamaica with them a couple times to do dental work there, and I saw the great need in Jamaica. But then one of the young ladies from Grenada, Vanessa Felix, actually she's from Carriacou, she started working with us and she suggested, why don't we start something in Grenada? So I said, okay, sure, if you're prepared to be the one organizing everything, I'll certainly come along with you and help get equipment and all that kind of stuff. So that's how it started out.
And is Vanessa with you to this trip?
Yeah, Vanessa is here too,
okay,
yes. So,
wow.
so she came, so she's always the organizer, the front man for the whole thing, you know. So, so I figured, let me come back to Grenada and start helping out here too. And then when we went to Guave, we saw the great need because the children's teeth were pretty bad when we saw the children in Guave.
Which led me to the next question. You sort of answered it partly already. Throughout your delivery of the services that you provide, what would you say is the state of our nation's teeth?
Well, what I would say is that there are quite a few people who do not seem to visit the dentist. So some of the people that we see, you see them with multiple cavities, broken teeth, because they just have not been seeing dentists. So I think maybe, and that's one of the purposes of our visits really, just so that we could gather data and give it to the government so they could decide with the public health department how they're going to handle the medical problems, because lots of people with high blood pressure.
You're looking at one.
And how they...
You're looking at one, too. I mean, thank God Dr. Donald Noel has been, working along with me in recent times. My, blood pressure 205 over 140 and things like that. But it's down now. When I look at it, it's like 156 over 92 and so forth. So it's getting down.
It's getting down there, yeah. Yeah, we run into a lot of that. A lot of really high blood pressure. We saw it in Carriacou as well.
Okay.
All
right. But I want to, in our brief discourse, quickly, could you just sensitize the population as to what are some of the rudimental practices they must have in order to have healthy teeth, not just teeth, but gum and mouth hygiene?
Well, it's very important to keep brushing your teeth. What I try to do is I brush my teeth every time I eat.
Okay.
But at least, they should try to brush their teeth when they just get up in the morning, after breakfast, and even if they don't do it during the day, at least after dinner before they go to bed, they should brush their teeth again and try, cleaning between their teeth, whether it's with floss or there's something they sell now called soft picks that are easy to get between the teeth. But if you go days without brushing your teeth would start falling apart for sure. And
I cannot believe that there are people in this day and age who would go days without brushing their teeth, except mentally challenged people.
Well, some people, I think, still don't see it as very important. I remember when we were in Guave, when we finished the clinic, we had a lot of toothpaste left over because companies in Canada usually donate stuff to us to give away when we get here. And some of the girls went out on the street and they saw some of the secondary school children walking by and they were saying, "Hi, would you like a tube of toothpaste?" And one guy actually said to them, "No, I don't want that." And they said, "Why?" And he said, "I don't use that, miss." So it's just that I guess some people just do not do not have that knowledge that the brushing of the teeth is so important.
It's sad even at this day and age. And as we do the wrap, you organizing well with Vanessa, of course, coordinating and coming here. Have you been getting any governmental support in any way?
Oh, yes, we get a lot of support from the government because they, through the Ministry of Health, they decide on where we should go next. Okay, and apart from that, they get us help from Radisson Hotel. Radisson Hotel provides free accommodations for us.
Wow, okay.
And Tillian Group usually donates very heavily towards the food for lunch or lunches. We have a lot of individual Grenadians as well who provide things like water and cases of water for us and provide some of the money for the food as well. Yeah, and so the government helps us with some of those sponsorships, as well as I guess some people heard about it and decided that they would donate. But as I said, we got a lot of help from the Grenadians in Toronto. We had about 300 people at a fundraiser up there before we came down. And they gave us thousands of dollars because they wanted to make sure that you back here could have access to dental care and dental education.
That's remarkable. That's so very remarkable. So as we wrap, today, when does that clinic end?
It ends on Friday at 2 p.m. We start at 9 every morning and we go till 5 o'clock. But we try to get there a little after 7 because usually when we get there, there are already maybe 20 or 30 people lined up outside waiting to get care. You know, so it's a 9 to 5 thing, but on Friday we end at 2 because we have to take apart all the equipment and pack them up for storage, etc.
And when do you depart?
And we leave, I leave on Sunday, the rest of them leave on Monday, so we have 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, to give the volunteers a chance to see the country because some of them, this is the first time they've come to Grenada. And you know, we have volunteers from Jamaica, Barbados. We even have one young lady with us who was originally from Sri Lanka.
Wow!
You know, so we try to give people a chance to get a little time to relax rather than being on the go, because we were leaving Tongue every day at 7 a.m. to go to St. Mark's, getting back down here maybe around 6:30 in the evening. You know, so it's
as I close, has anyone ever told you that you have a slight resemblance of Dr. Francis Alexis?
Oh yes, people ask me that all the time.
Yeah, you do. But Dr. Cyrus, thanks for dropping by. And are you going to come back next year?
Oh yeah, every year we're going to be here. Actually, I'm usually here maybe every 3-4 months because I also do a program in the prison with the inmates there.
Okay.
And this time when we were up there, one of them stopped what he was doing and he came to us to tell us, look, you cannot stop coming to do this thing. It's vitally important for us.
Wow.
If you don't do this, life in this prison wouldn't be the same.
Okay.
Because we've probably, we see 20 prisoners at a time when we come down for a week, me and another guy, Gary, who comes with me. And we see about 20 of them every visit for a week. So now we've seen probably about 80 of the prisoners. Next visit, we'll see another 20. So I think once we get to about 25% of the prison population, hopefully the guys who have changed their thought processes would be controlling things in there rather than the others.
Good. Dr. Cyrus, let me shake your hand, man. I am very, very impressed with what I'm hearing, and I do hope that you continue to get the support both here and out there in the diaspora, so that you can come back and serve your people.
Yes, thank you.
And I see you as a future politician. Come back home. Okay.
We definitely get a lot of help from the government. The Prime Minister is very interested in what we're doing.
Yeah.
Before he became Prime Minister, when we first started, he was the one paying for our lunches from his law practice. You know, so, so he's still interested in what we're doing. So it's good.
Dr. Cyrus, thank you very much for dropping by, and thanks to your team, and continue doing your great works. And I know we'll hear a lot more. And next time you come back, don't be a stranger to the GBN. All right?
Okay, no problem. Thank you,
folks. We'll take a quick break. I'll be back with more guests in a moment. Don't you go anywhere.
Maroon and String Band Music Festival 2024, April 26th to the 28th. Coming together to preserve and showcase our culture is who we are. Friday the 26th, Salon at the Chapel. Early morning libation, 3 p.m. Saraka, 7 p.m. the official opening ceremony and cultural evening. Saturday from 10 a.m. Hillsborough Square. It's Strings in the City. Then at 8 p.m. we move to the Botanical Gardens for Cultural Explosion with local and regional performances featuring Touch, the band. Admission $60. Then on Sunday, it's the grand finale, Paradise Beach. From 12 noon, musical entertainment. And from 4 p.m., Paradise Beach Friends, cultural entertainment and live music. Admission $20. Come along to dance the quadrille and big drum on Paradise Beach every Sunday after the launch until the festival ends. Carrico, Maroon and String Band Music Festival 2024, April 26th to the 28th. In honor of the Grenada 50th Independence, the Royal Grenada Police Force Band presents the second annual Mother's Night Out. Mother's Night Out. The concerts all going down on Sunday, May 12th from 5 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Featuring live from TNT. It's crazy.
Time to come. America will have a black president.
John King.
How many more?
June Lodge. Together with the Hitman Inspector, Valine Ned, Samantha Dixon, Alex Phillip, Shane, Innocent, General PP, Kareem, Alexis, Ron Barry, the African Man, and much more. Dress code elegant. It's Mother's Night Out, the Grenada Trade Center from 5 p.m. on Sunday, May 12th. Lots of giveaways and prizes to be won. Champagne and roses on entry. You don't want to miss this amazing experience for mothers. Your tickets only $70 and are available from Kittens Pharmacy in Grand Dance and Grenville, Grenadian Optical, the Police Bandhouse, Police Canteen. Make this a date for mothers.
Whatever you've been putting off, do it today with a loan of up to $20,000 from Cost Ready Cash. No collateral needed, flexible payment terms, and fast approval. All you need is your ID, proof of address, job letter, payslip, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Cost or Ready Cash location today or apply online at Coach.com. Why wait? Get it done today at Cost Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
Conditions apply.
Conditions apply. Conditions apply.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 27 minutes on to 8 o'clock. As I told you this morning, it's a very busy morning in the GBN, and I'm joined at this time by a youngster, Mr. Keishon Noel. He is a representative from the Methodist Church of Grenada, and he's here to share with us information as it relates to the annual May Fair. Good morning, Teach.
Good morning. How are you?
He's a teacher by profession, eh? So,
yes, I am.
Yes. How are you doing this morning?
I am fine. I'm doing good this morning.
Not very often people your age group, and I'm guessing your age because I've been a teacher for myself, so I'm very good at age. You're in your early to mid 20s, all right?
Yes.
And not very often you find people that age group willing to come and speak on the set. And in addition to that, to add more, as my dad would say, put more weight on crown sugar, come and talk about the church.
Yes.
So that's a positive. I need a bounce on that. Yeah, good. All right. That's an exemplary youth. So tell me, how deep are you in Methodist Church?
Well, I've been a member since I was as young as I can remember. So basically all my life, and the Methodist Church in Grenada has been my home. They have helped me through a lot of situations and circumstances in my life, so I am happy to help them in whatever way possible I can.
What does the church mean to you?
Well, the church means to me in this day and age a family, a place of solidarity, a place where I can feel at home and welcome. So yeah.
All right. You're going to talk about the fair first. You'll talk about the fair afterwards, the May Fair that's coming up. But when I catch people like you in the studio with your youthful experience and knowledge, I want to use it to empower other young people.
Sure.
How has your involvement in the church keep you? I mean, you're young, you're a teacher, you seem to be a very upstanding individual. Yes. What has going to church, and I want to make that marked distinction here. It's not about going to church, but having that encounter with the Creator. How has that kept you?
Well, it has kept me to basically find myself. I've built a lot of confidence within the church, right? And I think they see it fit to let me come here because during my time at the church, I have been able to express myself a lot during in public speaking. So I think that's why I am here. So my encounter with God really and truly stems from growing up as a child. My mother, right? She really brought us up in church. So that's one of the reasons why, I can stand here today as the youth that I am because of that molding and that shaping that I got from my foreparents and my mother, and so growing up. So yeah.
Okay. And are you able to impart that onto your students? Where do you teach?
I teach at Wesley College. Fun fact, Wesley College is the only Methodist school in the South Caribbean district, right? So that's my alma mater as well. I went to school there, so it's a joy and a privilege to be back there, not only as a past student, but as a young mind, a young educator, along teachers who taught me. It's a wonderful experience being there.
I could only imagine. I could only imagine. Okay, so as it relates to the Mayfair that's coming up, tell us about it.
Well, the annual Mayfair is one of St. George's Methodist Church annual fundraising events. It's the major one for our year. That fair normally takes place on the first Thursday in May, right? So this year it will be on the 2nd of May at Botanical Gardens. In previous years, we had it at our church office on Locust Street, but because of how we expanded over the years, we needed additional space and so forth. So now we have it at the Botanical Garden, the Sir Eric Machigeri Botanical Gardens, right? We begin at around 10 a.m. in the morning and we go until about 6 p.m. in the afternoon, right? We have a variety of stalls there that persons can indulge from. We have cakes, pastries, we have a clothing stall, a plant stall for the plant lovers who love plants. I know a lot of people like to come and buy plants and go back home and accumulate those kind of things. We have dips. We have even added on some added attractions for children as well, which include bouncing castle and face painting and all these nice stuff. So come on down people, as you participate in our annual Mayfair. It's always a joy to see people come and get stuff produce and new clothes and participate and encounter themselves with persons from the Methodist.
Is it a free event or you have to pay to enter?
It's a free event. You just come down and you patronize in whatever we have to offer.
You said it's the main fundraiser. So what's the purpose of this fundraiser? What do you do with the funds?
Right. So the funds, when they're accumulated, we do a lot of outreach programs with it as well, right? And might I add, I am a product of one of the outreach programs of the Methodist Church as well, right? We do a lot of outreach in the area of River Road, Darbo, Montrush area, where we get some of the young people to come out, and members of the church would basically have conversations and have little sessions with them with spiritual building, team building, skill, confidence, and things like that. So we do a lot of fundraising events, and we also try to help back our Methodist schools in Grenada as well through this fundraising efforts.
So how many Methodist schools do you have in Grenada?
We have about 4. We have Wesley College, Constantine Methodist, Woburn Methodist, St. Andrews Methodist.
That's a right. Yeah, okay, good.
Yes.
St. Andrews Methodist School is one of the pillars of primary education in Grenada, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to use this opportunity in our final few minutes to, ever so often when you look at and you listen to the news, not just in Grenada but around, let's zero in around the region, we keep hearing a lot about young people with deviant behaviors, on the left side of the stick instead of the right side of the stick and so forth. I want you to use this platform this morning to encourage some of the young people around. What advice can you give to them? What can you share with them that would make them change their path?
Well, I think one of the things that work for me, and maybe it can work for them as well, is mentorship. Find someone, a strong pillar that you can rely on, someone that you look up to, someone that you see yourself being, right? And that can help you a long way. If possible, have an encounter with them, chat with them, and see what types of steps they did in the past that maybe you can apply to yourself too. So I believe that mentorship is a strong thing that is missing in our society today to help guide students along the way, or persons who encounter difficult situations. So mentorship.
All right. And finally, what would you say is the strongest negative influence today?
The strongest
negative influence as it relates to young people.
Music.
You think the problem is music? The kind of music they listen to.
Yes, the kind of music they listen to. Because even when I have my students, and so when we have like a class parties at school and so forth, they want to play the Cayman and the this and so the kind of music.
I don't even know who's Cayman.
I only know who Cayman is because of my students. Right. They'll tell me, so go listen to Cayman. I go, listen. Yeah. So I only yes. So the music, I believe music. If probably they could shift their focus away from the music that they probably listen, then maybe we could have seen some change.
Do you blame them or do you blame the producers of the music?
Well, I mean, music is there to be listened to.
You have a choice.
So you have a choice. In everything, you have a choice. So yeah, it's choice. Comes back down to choice.
Keishan, I'm proud of you. As a youngster, that positive, and use your role as a teacher, and I'm certain the community in which you live, you can be, as you said, a mentor to somebody.
Yes.
All right?
Thank you.
Keep strong. Folks, that's it. Keisha Noel speaking. Don't forget, it's on Thursday, the 2nd of May at the Botanical Gardens. Go on out and be a part of the Methodist Church Mayfair. Go on out and support because it's a wonderful initiative to be a part of. We take a break. When we come back, I've got a representative from TAMCC to tell us some things. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. Thank you, Keishan.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, good, folks. We take a break.
From the fertile heart of Grenada to the far reaches of the globe, Ram's Supermarket brings together the best of both worlds. Savor the freshest, locally sourced produce from our trusted Grenadian farmers and explore a curated selection of top-quality international favorites. Experience a shopping journey where warmth meets a world of flavors and affordability meets premium quality. At Rams, we welcome everyone to discover the joy of global and local culinary delights. Nestled in Sugar Mill, Grand Anse, we are open all week to offer you a taste of home and beyond. Ram's Supermarket, where our family, community, and the world come together. We are the good food people.
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No. You shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. As promised, I am delivering on the promise this morning of being very busy and very active. At this time, I'm joined by the Corporate Communications Officer at TAMCC, Ms. Trolana Charles. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
I should say, GBN staffer too. How do you do?
I'm good.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you with us this morning. And Trolana is here to talk about the early applications for the upcoming TAMCC school year. Good morning, and tell us about it.
Okay, so good morning to all of the listeners and viewers. This week, it's Wednesday, so we're right in the middle of the week, the final week for early applications. And so I'm really here just to give some guidance. We have a few people already coming in. We know, unfortunately, we like to wait until the last minute.
Yeah.
So this week is very, very hectic. And so we want, when you come to TAMCC, you are well informed. So the process is as smooth as possible.
So what are before we get into this, what are some of the core courses that TAMCC offers?
Okay, so TAMCC has 3 schools. We offer part-time associate degrees as well as short courses under the School of Continuing Education. We offer under the School of Applied Arts and Technology some of the more technical associate degrees, so our culinary arts, or electrical, or building construction. And then under the School of Arts, Science and Professional Studies, that's where we offer our more academic-leaning programs. So a few of the programs that I would actually like to highlight.
Yeah, please.
We have our pharmacy program. For the past 2 years, we haven't been running that program, so we haven't been taking in individuals. It's a 3-year associate degree program. The program has been under review, so it has been revamped to ensure that this is meeting its goals. And so this year, we are once again offering our pharmacy program. We also have our general agriculture program, a program that's very, very important. We all know agriculture to be the backbone of Grenada.
So they say.
You
find it act as it? That's what they say.
We want more people to apply to the program. It's a great program, and it really sets you up to start your own within that field. Then we have our modern languages program, another program that most people take for granted, but is very important for Grenada on a whole in the field of foreign affairs, for example, that we have individuals who are able to take advantage of international opportunities through language. We also have our environmental technology program, which deals, of course, with the environment. It's so important these days. We always hear climate change and global warming and all of these terms. And so we're allowing our students to be in the best place to help us as a nation to deal with some of the effects of those things. Then we have a brand new program this year, which is our public administration program. So this program will equip students with the knowledge and the skills that can be transferred from public to private institutions in areas of governance, risk management, leadership, decision making. So anybody who is really interested in policies, in developing Grenada and a whole society, that's a great program.
That political program, you're developing politicians.
Well, it's never a bad thing. We always need politicians.
Yeah,
so.
Good ones.
Good ones.
Good ones.
Yes.
Right. Do you think, from TAMCC's perspective, do you think TAMCC has upgraded its courses in such a way to accommodate the world trends nowadays? I'm happy that you're getting back into the pharmaceutical program, the modern languages, but in assessing what's happening in the region and around the world, you think TAMCC is getting there, or they're already there?
I think it's always a work in progress. More things will always come out, so it's always a process that the college is going through. So I will say yes, we are doing our very best to keep up with what the world is asking from us. As a matter of fact, in our vision and in our mission as a college, it is our responsibility to ensure that we're catering to the changing needs of the labor market. So we're always looking for new programs. Quite often actually individuals will call or they'll message the college and say, do you do a program in X, Y, and Z? And if it's not being offered, it's then our responsibility to ensure that we offer it in some capacity, whether it be an associate degree, a short-term course, a technical diploma, a certificate program. So we are trying our best, and we have had a few programs come online for the past couple of years based on the requests of the general public. So we do try our very best.
Okay, that's good. Do you all by chance offer any courses in journalism and broadcasting?
We do have a part-time media studies program. Quite a few media individuals who are currently working in media have gone through that program. So we do offer an associate degree in media studies.
Okay, all right. I'll give you all a call because I have to learn to read properly,
Everybody's welcome.
Lovely. All right, so now that we've gotten through the preamble, let us get, our people knowing how and what they must do in order to apply.
Okay, so the application process is pretty simple. The first thing we would like individuals to do is to visit our website and review our program catalog. This is important for a few reasons. Overall, for an associate degree to get into the college, you need to have 5 CXCs, including English A, included in your 5. People tend to have misconceptions as to what CXCs they need, whether they did the math, they need the science, all of those things. Specific programs will require specific CXC subjects.
Like, for example, the one with the pharmacies, you must
have your biology, your chemistry, and your math.
All right, yeah.
Right? So it depends. It varies. However, if you don't have math, there are many associate degree programs you can get into. However, English A is a must. And so we want individuals to go through the program catalog because it also allows you to see the courses that are involved in the programs. We have some programs that are pretty similar. For example, we have building technology and we also have building trades and services. These 2 programs sound similar, but one is more hands-on, deals with more woodworking, whereas the other one is more architectural. So we want individuals to go through the program catalog, review the program, see what the requirements are, see the courses, and make up your mind on which program best suits you. So that's step 1. Very simple. The second step, of course, is to select your program. Again, very straightforward. Then you come to the college and you can apply to our Carriacou campus, you can apply to our St. Patrick campus, and you can also apply to our Tanting campus. You come in with the application form, which can be found on our website. If you are unable to have printing services, then you can come in with the supporting documentation and we will provide you with an application form.
So in essence, the supporting documentation basically maybe ID?
You need your copy of your birth certificate or your passport. You need your CXC results if you have them. Obviously, if you're doing CXC this year, you're not expected to produce them. But if you do have them, you've written the exam before, you submit a copy of your CXC results as well, the application form, of course, and $50 application fee.
Okay. And what are the sort of costings for the various, like, for example, the associate degree programs and so what are the costings for that?
Okay, so this is interesting because usually the associate degree, most of our associate degree programs cost $810 per year. However, now with the government's free tuition program, $810 is covered. So we have 2 programs, our cosmetology program, which is $3,000, and our accounting technician program, which is $1,200. Those will be discounted by $810. So $810 will always be covered for our full-time associate degree programs, as well as our technical diplomas.
Okay, and how is the payment made up front, or you have...
When you come in to apply, which is happening now, and again, application and registration are 2 different processes. You come in to apply, you pay your $50. From next week, of course, we will still accept applications, but then you pay $100. So you come in $50. Okay. Yeah, $50 for late. So you come in and pay $50, and that's it until the registration process comes around, where you will be required to pay an administration fee that covers your ID card, some exam fees, and so on, and registration fees. And the administration fee is $150.
Okay.
So there's no tuition.
Right. So, for example, the course that was costing $3,000 with the 810 deduction. All this money has to be paid upfront, or you pay it on a year basis?
There are payment plans available. So if you're unable to pay everything upfront, you can work as a payment plan with the college, whether you pay some every month, some every 2 months, whatever the case is.
Okay. All right. Well, and so far, how has the application process been going?
It's been going well.
Is it overwhelming or underwhelming?
Oh, it's overwhelming. It's always overwhelming because everybody sort of rushes in. But I do want to urge parents as well as students who are writing their CXCs this year to not wait until the CXC results come out. The reason for that is the college goes through a specific administration process with the application forms. Different offices are involved, and it's a process. When you come in, when you get your CXC results, which this year I believe it's supposed to come out on the 18th of August, registration will begin on the 19th of August. So if you come in after you get your results to apply, when everybody who has already applied is registering, you are at a disadvantage. Classes become filled, programs become filled. Quite a few of our programs are capped. They can only take a specific number of students. So we don't want anybody to miss out on their opportunity. So the earlier you apply, the better it is for you.
Wow. And what's the capacity of TAMCC? Let's say the physical capacity. How many people can the various campuses accommodate?
Quite a few. At the Tanting campus, I believe we have maybe close to 2,000 students. Of course, that will also, some of the programs do offer courses online as well. So I think with the online coming in, there is a much bigger capacity, but in terms of physical capacity, we can accommodate quite a number of students. Our St. Patrick campus offers the technical diplomas, which are 1-year programs, and good fact, the 1-year programs, actually most of them do not have any CXC requirements. So even if you do not have any CXC subjects, you can do a program at TAMCC.
So someone like me, I can.
Well, I don't know how much CXCs you have, but it doesn't matter.
What CXC means? I don't even know what CXC means.
It doesn't matter. There's something for everybody at TAMCC.
Okay. And the Carriacou campus?
Oh, our Carriacou campus, we offer 3 associate degrees, I believe. We offer business studies or psychology as well as social sciences up there. And it's a smaller campus, but right now I can say there is quite a bit of space. So we're also asking people from Carriacou, once you're doing those subject areas, please apply to that campus. There's no need to come to Tantin. The same quality education is also offered at the Carriacou campus.
All right. Well, folks, you heard it. Application is now in process at TAMCC. If you wait till late, you'd have an additional $50 to pay. So things are coconious at the moment. So save that $50, do the application. Quickly just run through again how the application process goes.
Okay,
and
so
then we wrap.
Let's say 4 easy steps. The first thing is you review the program catalog. It can be found on our website. The second step, you select your program, of course, and parents, please allow your son and your daughter to select a program that speaks to them and not necessarily a program that you would like them
I want you to be a lawyer and you have to be this.
We have those cases, and our students the students fail
because
the
they're not being themselves. They're trying to do their parents' stuff.
So please speak to your son, speak to your daughter, find out what it is they are interested in and guide them accordingly. So you select your program, then you submit your completed application form with a copy of your birth certificate or passport, your CXC results if you have them. Of course, a $50 application fee. The pharmacy, teacher education, and part-time programs, you're also required to submit a written reference letter. And that's it. And then you just wait for registration.
And when do the classes start?
The classes start end of August, early September.
Okay. All right, Ms. Charles, thank you very much. Trelawna Charles. She is the Corporate Communication Officer at TAMCC. And folks, education is liberation. Education is it. Go on out and register, apply and register, and be on your journey.
Yes, definitely. Any questions, please contact the college.
At what contact number?
At 440-1389, extension 2250, 2239, or 2280, and you'll get one of us who can answer your questions directly.
Make that call today, folks. And that's it for the program this morning. Thank you very much. As hectic as it has been, we did have a good morning. Those of you who contributed, not so much interaction this morning again, but nonetheless, the vibes were positive. And I want to wish you a good day. We've got the BBC coming up. Thank you very much once again, Trelawna.
Thank you.
Folks, will have a good one.